now dismissed GCEO of the Nnpcl, Mr. Mele Kyari. However, our patriotism demands that we speak truth to power, particularly in a case like this, where the sacred trust of public accountability is highly at stake. We still believe that to set the record straight and allow the new leadership of Nnpcl operate fully on the transparent ground, the heroic of decisive action taken by Mr. President to clean the Nnpcl must be followed by a comprehensive investigation into financial malfeasance that has plagued the corporation in the past 5 years. Apparently, it's now well understood that Kyari dismissal is not only timely but long overdue, since the institution has been operating like an unaccountable and opaque cabal. Nigerians' outrage and the demand for answers cannot be overemphasized, especially concerning the reckless ceremonial spending of 1.5 billion on the Harcourt Refinery, and chagrin of the public. Not only was these funds entirely expended on just one refinery, but the said refinery turned out to be non-functional, failing to meet the last functional or industrial standard that was expected of such an investment. Indeed, such physical mismanagement would have been the subject of a rigorous criminal investigation involving every national and international parties involved in the debacle. However, our President Tinubu-led administration is amplifying the silenced voices of Nigerians, and these voices are providing answers with questions like, where did these huge funds disappear to? Why was the initial plan of rehabilitating 2 refineries abandoned without justification? Who are these responsible for this national capture of our resources? Moreover, this treacherous act defies logic and prudence. That such colossal sum was dissipated with no concrete outcome and accountability says a lot about the Kyari-Led. Truly asking on behalf of Nigerians, what is the essence of spending? Where are the contractors? Can we see the audit trails? Finally, what was the role of Kyari's Nnpcl leadership in enabling or facilitating this dereliction of duty against the nation? Perhaps more alarming in all this scandal that surrounded the disappearance, or we say the misallocation of over 89 million barrels of crude oil to non-state actors, why many see this as merely a case of mismanagement, what we are seeing is an enormous economic sabotage of the highest order. It is an undebatable fact that Nigerians deserve to know who authorized such transfers, who are the beneficiaries, and why no arrest has been. The absence of accountability concerning these monumental laws is a shame to the statue of leadership and a great threat to economic sovereignty of Nigeria. Furthermore, while Nigerians were still denting to the aforementioned wounds, and suspicious arrangement between the Nnpcl and Matrix Oil has become another virus needing urgent attention. This is another partnership which its details remain elusive to public. Evidently, more questions also abound in regards to the circulated claim that about $400 million was invested by some Matrix Oil in the ongoing refinery rehabilitation. Indeed, this also presents many questions and needs urgent answers. Under what financial framework did they contribute this amount? What are the terms of repayment or equity ownership, if any? Nigerians are asking, did this partnership follow the provision of the Procurement Act? What was the due process that preceded this alliance? What has Nigeria benefited from this alliance? And most importantly, what are these losses we have incurred? The gross mismanagement of funds in oil and gas sector over the past 5 years have stifled Nigerians' economic and infrastructural development, impoverished citizens who have been making their tax contributions, and sabotage sustainability, with millions of Nigerians currently experiencing multidimensional poverty. Every budgeted and spent dollar largely counts. However, the existence of a continued silence on the financial atrocities committed under Kyari's leadership has been a bad signal to the international community that Nigeria tolerates economic malfeasance. It is a placard example of what